Do we have our special guest already?
Yeah.
Rock and roll.
All right, let's go.
Let's say hello.
You
I mean, we heard from him on Friday,
We did hear from him on Friday.
so it'll be good to hear from him again. I hope he's in
different locale.
situated differently at this point. So.
Well, I see he's seated, so there's no telling. He is a
He's a cultural icon.
there he is, ladies and gentlemen, former Flames
fancy,
defenseman, LA King great, and Buffalo Sabre Stanley Cup champion, Robyn Regehr. I may have mixed some of those up,
Yeah,
but
did
there
not-
he
I don't
is.
remember that
Not
Buffalo
in that
one.
particular
Yeah,
order,
right.
but
I think all
all
that's
true.
accurate. Reg, how we doing?
Especially the great part, Boomer.
Yeah. Yeah, that's, I mean, regardless of teams or accomplishments, the great never stops.
In my own mind, that's for
Yeah.
sure.
How we doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm a little fatigued this morning. I played hockey games the last 2 days in a row.
What?
So that's a lot of hockey for me. We played a alumni charity game on Tuesday. And then yesterday I played down at the Dome in the ATB Big League Experience. And I'm happy to report that I gave the Big League Experience to a couple gentlemen down at the Dome.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
One
Johnny
guy.
Winwick, one of them, catch him with his
Oh,
head.
well, you know what? Like the guy, he was driving wide in the second period, and I was yelling at him to shoot so it could just be a friendly game, but he decided to drop the shoulder and try to cut into the net. And so I just gave him a little bump. Next thing you know, he's on his ass, and I've got the puck. And I skated by their bench and said, like, come on, guys, who tries to drive wide on me at the Dome? You know how to do that.
Ask Alish Hemsky.
Yeah.
You idiots.
There's a long list of guys who have tried and failed. You add yourself to that list if you'd like.
Oh my God.
So you know what? It's up to me to give them the big league experience. So I
There
took
it
that
is.
responsibility literally, and I was happy to do it.
is your body okay with it?
Oh, it wasn't too Rhett. I barely touched him, and the guy.
Oh, I'm not. I'm talking about in general, back-to-back games. Like,
Why? I definitely miss my. I don't have an afternoon nap anymore. So yeah, maybe that's why I'm so fatigued.
Yeah, I saw it, and it was, I think I saw one of the pictures on social media. It was really quite a athletic looking crew, at least in the alumni skate, I guess
Yeah.
on Monday or whatever it was.
Well, and yeah, the one last night though, there was some controversy down at the Dome because Stajan was on the other team. We were up 6-5 with about 30 seconds left, and they come down and they're blatantly offside. So we're also offside. Either he doesn't care or doesn't hear it, and he goes down and puts the puck. Everyone's looking at him like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "Well, I didn't hear anything." So now I'm calling him and his team the 2004 Tampa Bay Lightning, as the officiating was very poor.
Shoddy.
Yeah.
Well,
The Flames
yeah.
last night.
so do you enjoy still playing? Because I know a lot of guys, once they're done, they put that gear away. That was then, this is now. I can't do it.
I don't play very much, so I play in a few different events. So Hockey Helps the Homeless, I always try to play in that one. A couple alumni games. Usually ATB has one or two as well. John Winwick is a great supporter of the alumni and the Flames, so try to help him out. And then there's the Gordie Howe and a few like that, but maybe on the ice 8 or 10 times. But life's getting busy. You know, our kids are doing their activities. Wyatt's playing a lot of volleyball, so that's been fun to watch him kind of progress. And Shane's playing hockey with the North Stars. So yeah, it just kind of life takes over a little bit and less hockey. And I've been more enjoying the racket sports too. So playing a little bit of badminton and tennis.
Wow.
Dean
No
would like
squash.
to put a challenge out to you. He has also bought a racket court membership place,
not
and
accurate.
he's out there giving her. So whenever you want to invite him down, he's up for some tennis.
Actually, on the other side, I was thinking about this yesterday. I could probably make an announcement right now, because I've been cleaning out the basement and the shed and all that, just trying to get just too much stuff. And I came across something. It's like, do I keep it? And I just said, no. I'm officially retired from rollerblading.
Oh, wow. That's a stunner.
I've donated the rollerblades. They're gone. My
You're
rollerblade
giving
career
it
is
up?
over.
Did you donate them to the dump, or
It's
did we?
No, they got
so-
donated.
Okay,
It's too soon.
No,
You got-
I think
it's tough.
It's going to make a comeback. Give it about 20 years. It's going to make
I'm
a
not
comeback.
though. That's the thing.
You're not making a comeback.
The sport, the discipline may well be a thing once again.
You remember when Barry Sanders retired right in his prime? I feel
Yeah.
like this is boom to us
Yeah.
right now.
So you're
So,
giving up too soon, man.
You're still a Pro Bowler. What are you doing?
I can envision it right now. That hill kind of behind your place.
Yeah.
Zoom, right? Like,
Some of those tight shorts, Dino.
oh,
Yeah.
that's you.
Tank top,
You
no
love
sleeves,
you love rollerblading.
wrap-around shades.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
No,
can do all
it's,
summer.
Did you have the brake on the back of the rollerblade that you had to actually
Yeah.
put your heel down to stop, or did you actually take it off like all of us that are real men, hey? And actually,
No,
just
no,
take
it
the-
was there.
take the
And I'd
brake
have
off.
to replace it because it would
Double
wear
brakes,
down.
yeah.
Just leaning, you're getting shin splints on the front of your. Ow! Yeah, not good.
Do you guys remember when that pro roller league was
Yes.
around? Like, what was it? The Rads were in Calgary, and
Yeah.
there was teams on the beach in LA. It was
Oh.
so cool.
But then
It
some
was
of the
almost as
guys
cool as
that-
pickleball.
Didn't some of the guys that played in that actually get pro contracts? I'm sure there
It was some of the
guys
other
in
two, like
Vancouver.
lower level guys.
Burrows, right?
Okay.
Alex
I
Burrows is a rollerblade.
didn't a guy like I thought Pavel Bure in his rookie card had he was
He
like
did.
on a fence or on a beach like somewhere with rollerblades or sitting like
Totally.
it was shorts and like that was his
Neon.
rookie card or something like
His
that.
upper deck rookie card.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. It was. So anyway, not to steal your thunder, I just thought I'd get that out there while we were talking about it. It's good, always good to have you. We've always got time for you whenever you want to come by. But I have a feeling it's not just to shoot the shit.
Well, you've already wished him a happy birthday,
Yeah.
Rod.
Yeah,
Appreciate that,
Appreciate
too,
that, by the way.
Thoughtful.
You have a good boomer today? How'd you?
You know what? It was actually below average, I would say.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's just too bad. Yeah. That's what came to my mind. Like that was the first thing that came to my mind.
that's
So
good.
I just thought I'd throw it out there.
It was very loving. I quite enjoyed it. Hey, tell us about the original series. This is hockey. We all think of hockey in cold weather countries and Russia, Canada, USA, Finland, Sweden, Czech Republic, all that. Apparently in South America, there's people playing hockey. I did not know this.
Yeah, so I was quite surprised to hear from the Brazilian Ice Hockey Federation. Yes, there is one. And the NHL International Growth Fund. So the NHL International Growth Fund just focuses on non-traditional hockey markets. And they said, we're going to places like Colombia, Brazil, Jamaica, just to name a few. I think they went to Argentina as well. And they were shooting all this content, and they were going to come up with the show. So I was very excited. It was a really good reason for Christina and I to head back down there. It's a heck of a trip down there. It's a long ways, but we had a lot of fun. We went last March and had a great time in Sao Paulo. There, they've got I wouldn't call it a full ice rink. It would be about a half or three-quarter sheet compared to what we're used to. But it's there. It's all year round, and lots of people showing up and playing and enjoying it. So really, really good to see. And you know, hockey for them doesn't look like hockey for us in a traditional market, but they have excitement, they have passion for it, and they're hoping to grow the game. So I was happy to be part of that.
What did you do while you were down there? Just get on the ice? Did you bring some people out, or like?
They had all the people showing up, so they had different groups. One group was more kid focused, and another one was a little bit more adults, and then there was a kind of a mixed group too. But you got to remember, in Sao Paulo, like it's a city with surrounding area of about 20-ish million people. So it is a nightmare to get around there. Like the traffic is just insane. So you know, like we have here 4 o'clock practices. Like Shane has 4 o'clock practice out in the Northeast at Don Hartman. I can pick him up from school and get him out there by 3:30. He's on the ice at 4. There's no way these people can do that there. So they do have the ice, but they're limited on when they can get there. So a lot of the kids are actually practicing at 7, 8, 9 o'clock at night because the traffic is just horrendous. But you know, as a lot of South Americans, they're very passionate about what they do. There's a lot of excitement with that, and they have a good little group of people that are playing hockey. And if you look at the population, if you can continue to grow hockey in Brazil, it's well over 200 million people. Yeah, they're limited on infrastructure and things like that, but they're willing to grow the sport, which is really, really exciting. And the other thing we did was we traveled a little bit down there too. So we did end up spending a few days in Sao Paulo. We went to Rio after that, and Rio, if you've never been there, is a beautiful, beautiful city. Like it's as nice as you see it on some of the postcard pictures. So you just have to watch out where you go. You have to travel with some common sense. Not have a lot of jewelry or any jewelry on. Not be drunk out of your mind, stumbling around in the middle of the night and some of these, things like that. Just be careful. And it's a lot of, the beaches were amazing. The people, the food, we really enjoyed it. And then probably the highlight of the trip was we went to a small community right on the coast. So it's spelled Paraty, but it's pronounced Parachi, and it's an old coastal community, and it's protected. And it was an old port, and a really, really cool spot where I think our favorite place, because smaller setting, a lot of walking, getting a chance to meet people and get a little bit better feel rather than being in two very, very big cities like Sao Paulo and Rio are. But that was it. It was just a week trip. It was pretty quick, and we were back.
It was right after Kippersing, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. I left the next day. We left the next morning, actually, first thing in the morning. So yeah, it was.
So you go Houston to Sao Paulo. You like 16 hours on a plane or something like that?
Yeah, overnight. So I think we were about 3.5 hours down to Houston, 3.5, 4 hours, and then your overnight flight into Sao Paulo. So you get in about 8 a.m. That next morning, and most of those flights going down to South America are like that. You're overnight, regardless of if you're going through Toronto or wherever it is.
What do they know the NHL?
They know a little bit of the NHL. Yeah, they do, and but they're very still in the basics of kind of understanding the game and the skill level and the kind of refinement. But there was a younger Czech gentleman, Christoph, who's there helping coach the kids, and he's on to some really good things, right? Like, you don't have to complicate things for especially the kids. It's about skating first and foremost. Can you skate? And skating is very important. And if you can't skate, you have a hard time playing hockey. So working a lot on skating, a lot on edges, and kind of understanding that. And then from there, slowly incorporating puck handling, passing things, but a lot of work with skating and being on the ice, because they just don't have the ability to get on the ice for hours and hours like we do up here. Like for me, when I grew up in Saskatchewan, like, you come home from school, you're on your backyard rink for the next 3 hours until mom yells at you to come in and eat some supper. And that was the way it was. But for them, they're very limited on the access to that ice sheet.
Have you seen the episodes you're in? This Is Hockey is on Prime Video in Canada, ESPN Plus in the States. Have you watched them?
I did, and I actually was given a hard time. I always hate watching myself on TV, but I did watch it, and you know what? I thought they did some really cool things with the show, with the camera work and things like that. And you can kind of see a little bit of the excitement and passion of the Brazilian people in that show, which I'm glad they were able to capture that.
What kind of a crew went with you? Camera people, staff?
Yeah, so the crew came from the NHL, based out of New York, there with the International Growth Fund, and they had there was 4 of them that were there, and they actually went to Colombia right after they were done there in Brazil. They continued on And they were going into some really interesting kind of countries and environments. There was some political unrest there in Colombia that they were going to. So, you have to have a pretty open mind when you're going to these countries, because, there's lots going on. And, you just have to be aware that it's not going to be the same as Canada or the US, where most of us are.
Did you offer your services? I see you're going to Puerto Rico and Jamaica and Mexico. If you need me to
Argentina, I'm right here.
I got time.
I'm here.
Well, no, I actually, we only had a week because with the boys being the way they are, we wanted to get back. We actually missed 2 of the games of the city championships for Shane's team. So we wanted to quickly get back. And I think a week was enough of my mom and dad came into Calgary when we were gone. And, and they were happy. They were really happy to do it. But, a week was probably enough for them. They were happy to get back to Saskatchewan and kind of relax a little bit.
Ron!
Yeah. Ron and Edie.
So yeah, all of them are up and available for your viewing pleasure, download, or whatever.
Yeah, I would say for everyone to watch it. It's really cool to see the different kind of versions of hockey and what hockey is to different people in these different countries. And I think they've incorporated obviously some of the history of the countries and the different upbringings of the people. But for them to play hockey, a lot of it is not traditional hockey like we would see. So whether it's more ball hockey, as we talked about with rollerblades and things like that, or some places in South America do have ice. Some have ice outside because they're pretty far south latitude. But hockey, just because it's a certain way for us, doesn't mean it's like that all around the world. And I think that's kind of the cool part of the show, in that it's the common thread is hockey, but it's a huge variety to a bunch of different people.
So are there crazy parents there?
There's always crazy parents. Yeah,
there's hockey. There's crazy.
Yeah. That's a given. Yeah, there's certain things. Yeah.
Why can't my kid get power play time?
Listen, Coach.
Huge gripe in Brazil.
Coach Robyn, you're not.
He's the best player. He's the best player. Why doesn't he get to play more? Yeah.
There's a lot of best players on every team, isn't there?
Amazing. Yeah.
Wow. We're gonna get to see you again next week.
Next week? What's next week?
December 3rd. We'll see you there. People have plans for you, so don't worry. It'll be fine.
Oh, you know what? I don't think I'm going to make it.
No, you're going to make it. We appreciate it. Tell us that BS.
I don't think so. But if it's what I think it is, I'm not. I don't think we'll be there.
Are you watching much of what's going on with your former Flames?
A little bit here and there when I can. Like one of the things that makes me really happy is it actually looks like everyone wants to be there this year.
Yep.
And play hard. And whether that's Ryan Huska and the coaching staff doing a better job, or maybe just better attitudes from the players. But any games or periods that I've seen, they're ones where I'm proud that the guys are playing hard. Where last year it was obvious that there were certain players that didn't want to be around, and that kind of changed from game to game. But they're playing hard, and as a hockey fan now, I have respect for that, and I love to see that.
It's true. The work ethic's been there almost every single night, and the last 2 years have been the exact opposite.
They don't have to tell you how close a team they are after another.
Oh, we're such a tight group, Robyn. We're so close.
Yeah. We really like playing.
We love each other. What a great room.
Yeah, it's that. So that's what I like, and I've talked to some of them. When I've seen them around at different events and things like that, and I think in Calgary, the message I tried to tell them is, if you leave it all out there, if you work, and it's not always going to be great. Like there's going to be games where you're not feeling it, and that, like in 82 games, that's the way it is. But if you're there and you're committed and you're working hard and you're really pushing, and sometimes it's not going to go, and then, you're a half decent person and you do some good things off the ice, you're involved with the community, people are going to give you the benefit of the doubt. But if you're only there half the time, showing up for half the games, and you can see that you're making turnovers and don't really care, and you're not working, and you're an asshole when it comes to interviews, people don't like you, and you're just kind of worried about yourself, people are going to get on you.
Robyn,
and they're going to
Rhett is sitting right here,
and they're going to give it to you, and they're not going to give you the benefit of the doubt. So it's easy to say, but it's a little bit more difficult to do. It looks like they've all kind of bought in for the most part so far. I don't think they've had to face a tremendous amount of adversity yet. So that's one where, there's going to be that, whether it's major injuries to a number of players or whatever it is, maybe a bit of a skid where, it gets a little tough and you got to pull back on and kind of get the nose up and pull out of it. That's when you really find out what these guys are made of, character wise, and attitude and things like that. But so far, for the most part, it's been great. And I think part of that is everyone had very low expectations outside of the team. Yeah. I think anyone that I talked to had low expectations. So maybe that helped them. Maybe they said, we don't feel the pressure this year. We're going to go through a bit of a process here to get this team kind of back on track. And Craig has been trying to work that through as best he can. And it's going to take time, but it's been a really good start to it this year. I feel.
Have you been thrown out of any rinks yet with the young man?
No, so I can't
see through Rhett now, and he's constantly getting tossed.
Yeah. No, I didn't get tossed. I left the bench the other day. It was late in the game. The Trails West was trying to screw us over. No, wait, Glen Lake was trying to screw us over in Clare's zone. I had to raise my voice, and the ref gave me any more out of you, mister, and you're going to get a penalty. So I walked up.
So you gave yourself a timeout.
I removed myself from the equation.
It's good coaching.
And then we came back to win. Yeah. Sorry, Glen Lake.
So you removed yourself. You gave yourself a timeout. Your team responded by playing better while you were gone and coming back to win.
We don't have to no one's asking for a deep dive.
Maybe you should be
these are the facts.
Selling popcorn.
Robyn's just laying out the facts. Is what
happened. So I believe we call that in the hockey world an addition by subtraction. Is usually a trade when someone has a very poor attitude and is an individual. You get rid of them, and it's an addition by subtraction.
Damn refs making all that money.
Yes, these amateur, minor hockey refs, these fat cats. Say, Rhett?
Believe it or not, I am fairly calm watching games. My favorite spot is actually to run the clock. I love running the clock. I like being in there. I'm away from most of the parents that are crazy while I'm in the box there. And then you're involved in the game too. You're watching the game, you're having fun, and time goes by really, really
a little tumbler there.
No, not at all. No.
Chisel secondary assists for your son.
Yeah.
What a great
No.
Perfect, Rich.
No, I like doing that. That's actually my favorite spot to
16 from 22. And 28. All right.
Attaboy 28. Making Dad proud. He wasn't even on the ice. How did he get an assist on that?
Yeah. 4-point night, son. Attaboy.
Again.
Shut up, kid. 4-point night. Congrats. Well, congrats on. I kind of didn't know that was happening. So look forward to checking that out. And always good to see you, pal.
Yeah, thanks for having me, and you guys enjoy
the Christmas party.
I don't think we're gonna make it because
I'm talking about this is a different one. This Christmas party.
Oh, that Christmas party.
Remember last year?
Remember when Rose Hill was sitting on your
I do. And I think he still feels bad about that.
Oh, he
I-
does. Yeah, he's very
He-
sheepish.
very sheepish. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
we got a short leash on him this year.
Yeah.
But we'll see
yeah,
how it goes.
I thought it was hilarious, and you know what? It's a compliment to Christina
Exactly.
too. Like, you know, it's
Wow.
but you guys can keep giving him a hard time. I
we
like
keep
that.
calling you.
I don't know if I think I'm going to be busy though. I think.
Well,
I'm
yeah, if
yeah,
you're
because-
here, I feel
Yeah.
like if you're here, they'll.
yeah. You know why? Because I was so far behind you guys, like it was not even funny. Like,
He pre-drank the drinky show. That's the stupidest thing you could do, Jay.
Yeah.
What was he doing?
amateur.
Yeah, seriously.
Thanks, Reg.
Thanks, Rhett.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Thanks, guys.
There you go.
This
Robyn
is
Regehr.
hockey on Prime Video. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to check out more of our content right here on the Flames Nation YouTube page. We had a bunch of great long form interviews. You can check out some videos we've done as well outside of the studio. And of course, if you want more writing or merchandise stuff, flamesnation.ca or nationgear.ca. Appreciate you watching.